surprised about the ending? And do you feel there's more pressure on you now?
Oh, I was quite surprised by the ending. There had been talk about it, but when it finally came, it still comes as a surprise. I don't know about pressure. I think obviously we're all very sad, and we feel the loss. But I think it does also open up plenty of opportunities. When you go into your 4th season, we've been on air for a while, and it means that we can take it off in a new direction and hopefully surprise people.
Mm-hmm.
With
I
that,
do feel the same way, and we have to remember that it also gives Nicole Bahari great opportunities because she wanted to leave, so it's kind of, which is well known actually, but so it's great for everybody in that sense. But it's really, I totally agree with Tom in the sense that it's after 4 years, you gotta find new wells to tap.
There's only so many times Ichabod and Abby and Jenny can run in and fire and win.
Yeah.
Well, with that, your characters will obviously go through a grieving process, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And like new characters, and how will your characters relate to those characters? Are they going to be like, you're not Abby? Or is it going to be a little more accepting, or this grieving process last a while or throughout the season?
How will our characters relate to the new ones?
Right. And dealing with Abby's loss as well.
Right.
There is definitely a grieving process, but it's not at the expense of relationships to other people. I don't think Ichabod or Jenny, correct me if I'm saying what I'm talking about, are the type of characters who would block someone off because they're not Abby.
Yeah, no, and I think that Jenny and Ichabod have a mission to find the new witness, and anyone who can aid in their search is going to be accepted as someone who can aid in their search. So if the relationship is functional, they're not going to pursue it.
And Ichabod particularly openly discusses how much he needed Abby with Janina's character, Diana. When we meet her, she has just lost her partner as well. So they're two people who kind of need something and aren't quite sure what it is. She certainly doesn't expect that it would be a 250-year-old man fighting demons.
She's just lucky. She's just lucky that way.
Well, as far as Ichabod goes, I mean, now you've played him for 3 seasons. So...
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know, really?
I'll get it right eventually.
I don't really know. No, but how are you going to kind of keep the character fresh, moving into a whole different... It's just a whole different era of Sleepy Hollow, and
well, that's precisely how.
Yeah.
It's a new era. We're not going round the houses for another year.
Right.
So as long as the writers keep throwing fresh stuff at us, that will help the characters feel fresh.
But do you think that we will see more of like the season 1 Ichabod Crane? Do you know what I mean? Like just very much. I guess I should say that, and like we all love Ichabod Crane. We love the battlefield Ichabod Crane, when you're so are we going to see more of that because of the loss that he's had with that?
Well, there is a great sense of the season 1 Ichabod because it's him in a new situation, a new place with new people again.
Right.
So the comfort and the family and the sense of home that he found in Sleepy Hollow with these guys, now with the exception of Jenny, that's gone. So yes, there is that sense with the new environment, but Jenny is now his
rock
security blanket.
Well, Lyndie, how do you think, is Jenny going to be more edgier? I mean, you lost your boyfriend and your sister. How is that going? I mean, is she just going to be like mission-minded only, just very...
It's definitely her primary focus is the mission. I mean, she realizes that there's a battle bigger than herself and her emotions, and so she is definitely very focused on her mission because she's lost her sister and her boyfriend and kind of back to square one, except for with Ichabod. I think Crane and Jenny have a really special thing this year because I mean it's all they have left,
Yeah. And I think they're both very similar, that neither of them are the type of character who would shuffle their feet and feel sorry for themselves. they need to drive on for Abby, not in spite of her death.
Right.
Will we still get those comedic moments that we get with Ichabod, where it's sort of the fish out of water thing? Still, those are always great with Abby, obviously, but with the
I'm trying.
process.
Whether they're comedic, I'll leave it to
There's some great ones. Yeah.
We need some levity with all this.
There was one
Yeah,
just
exactly.
on Friday. There was another one that we did with a slushy machine.
Oh no.
Oh boy. I didn't see that, darn it. Looking forward to it.
Imagine.
What can we expect from your relationships with the villain this season? We know Malcolm
Yeah.
will be, I guess, described as the anti-Ichabod in some cases. What can we expect?
Ichabod.
The antipod. Well, for the first time, we've got a villain who isn't a demon with shining eyes and lots of prosthetics. It's just a bloke. Well, actually, no, more than just a bloke. He's a tech billionaire. So he's as smart as Ichabod. Impossible, thanks. So yes, that to chase after a man is very different to chasing after a man with no head.
Is the new season, is it considered a tribulation? Like, it would be the third tribulation?
Oh, you'll have to ask the writers then.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Were we only on 2?
Yeah, you were only on
Jeez.
2.
Felt like a lot more.
Well, the
wearing
third
it.
tribulation technically, at least in the Book of Revelation, is supposed to be the Antichrist. So that's why I'm thinking Jeremy is a guy. He's not a monster per se. So that's why I brought that up.
Huh.
Anti-Bod.
You should write
You should pitch that.
I've got it all in my head. I'll just, send you some notes.
You know what? I've got one. This is actually from one of our fans. So most of the government's involvement in the supernatural cases has been historical, and everything was done sort of under the radar of police officials. Now that Crane has been approached by a present-day government secret unit, how will that change the dynamic of how cases are handled?
Well, all we knew from the finale was that Washington set up an organization and hopes that it's still going when Ichabod comes back. And there was word from Daddy Mills, and he said, they're good people, they've just lost their way. So it's not quite what you would expect. And he knew that it wouldn't be what Ichabod would expect from the letter. So we don't know very much about it until we meet them. I think we might be showing some of it in a teaser before the panel. So run there after this.
I'm excited too. I haven't seen any of it.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are either of you surprised about the success of the show?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous idea, but I think it really works. And I was excited to watch it. I was hired. I wasn't in the pilot. I was hired just after that. So the fact that it's done so well and lasted so long. It's cool, but no, I didn't really expect it from the beginning.
No.
No.
I didn't think we'd go further than the pilot.
Yeah.
I read it and I thought, are people really going to go for this version of Sleepy Hollow? And then the pilot was so huge that Fox renewed it instantly. And all that was going on in my head was Firefly. And now we're on season 4.
What did you think when they
I'm going to
renewed
get in so
it?
much trouble.
What did you think when they renewed it?
This year?
Yeah. What did you think it was?
I thought the same as the last
Yeah.
few years.
Yes. Yeah.
You're like, what?
I was excited though. It's nice to be back in Atlanta. It's a
Yeah.
good city.
Yeah.
And it's only 13 episodes, so it's a little lighter workload
Yes,
for you
quite.
guys. So you can focus more on the I don't know. I think you can bring new stuff
Quite, and
into
also
it as
the
well.
writers don't need to
Stretch it out.
stretch over 18 hours. It's now a cool 13, which I think they're very grateful for as well. We can fit a lot more in.
No, hell yeah, absolutely.
Great. Thank you guys.
Thanks very much.